Hi everyone, it's Paul. I hope you're all doing okay. Been a while, but we're now 2 days and counting away from the Cheltenham Festival 2023. Yeah, we're nearly here again. I've had a few people messaging me asking if I'm doing the videos again and stuff this year. The answer is yes, as always. I think someone's just told me this is the 20th year in a row, which is that's pretty cool actually. So no, a bit of a milestone. A lot of people have asked me for different ones, like, ahead of the festival for multiples and stuff. But I've had three requests today off different people saying, can you give us either like a Yankee or a Lucky 31 each way that doesn't have any favourites in it? God, you don't make it easy. Yeah, obviously, some of the easy ones to put in there, like Allegory Devassi, Constitutional, that'd be dead easy. So they've said no favourites, but could still give a good return. So anyway, obviously this year's been very up in the air because Willie Mullins and Gordon Elliott have mob-handed most of the races, and even as late as today, ahead of Tuesday, there's been horses coming in, horses coming out. But I've done my best for you. This will be for an each-way Lucky 31. Now, in advance, if you did a 10p each way Lucky 31 on this, it would cost you £6.20. But at current prices, it would return you £1,332 10p. Obviously, it's not as easy as it sounds because it's like people are saying don't put any favourites in there, but you can still get some shortest prices and get a good return. So the five, if I had to put it in at the moment, first up, and it'll go in the order it is, two on the opening day. First one in the David Nicholson Mers Hurdle. I'm a big fan of Epatante. Obviously, she's a former champion hurdle winner, former placed in a champion hurdle, and won really, really well at Aintree last year. Obviously, I spent the last year or so looking at the backside of Constitution Hill, which everybody seems to do. But the step up, especially at Doncaster last time, to 2.5 mile looked really good. She's handled soft ground before. She's relatively fresh for the season. She's only had two or three runs, like soft ground, and has obviously got brilliant form around Cheltenham. 9-2. She should definitely, well, at least be placing in the first three. Right after that one, and this is the biggest price of all of them, in the Boodles Hurdle. I'm a massive fan of Biker, currently 7-1. Raced three times this year, got a win second time out, and got a second and third either side of that. Interesting when you look at the comments in the Racing Post, the second and the third can be upgraded in decent graded races because this horse clearly needs to come off a very, very strong pace. And on the debut run, I think he blew up a little bit there. Last time out, there was no pace, but closed really well late on. The win that he actually got was in a very large field, which he's going to get here. And one thing with the Boodles, they do, because it's such a big field and there's some relatively novice-y, unexposed types, you do get some that go off like lunatics. So I think this is actually perfect for Biker to do a good showing, providing it doesn't get soft. But the rain seems to be off a bit. So I think we're going to be getting soft at worse at Cheltenham on the opening day. Next up in the Ballymore, it's Hermes Allen, currently 3-1. Now, Hermes Allen for Paul Nicholls has been the favourite for this race for most of the season until the Mullins horse in Pass has been promoted to favouritism. Now, this is a classic scenario we've got here in the Ballymore of form versus reputation. Hermes Allen has got all the form, got a great course and distance win earlier this season. Where was that? Yeah, that was at Cheltenham earlier this season. And then at, I think it was Newbury last time. That was arguably, for me, his best run. Because what I liked about that is he actually quickened up off soft ground. And it does get very boggy at Newbury. This trip's not a problem. It's soft ground. And I don't see too many other front runners, so we might get loose on the lead. Now you've got Empere Pass. Now, that one's only had a couple of runs and not really beaten anything, and is stepping up markedly in trip. This one was entered for like the Supreme Novices and all sorts. But the vibe out of the Mullins yard has been frighteningly good about this. Comments of a machine and, a different type of animal than they've seen for a while. And they've had some pretty good ones. But as everyone knows who's watching videos of the year, I'm kind of a student of form. I like form in the book. And Pass currently around 5-4, 11-8. I just think Hermes Allen currently around 3-1, 7-2. I just think that one's got a bit more form in the book, definitely stays, likes the course, likes soft ground, and I can see getting an easy lead. Horse number 4 In the Dawn Run Novice Hurdle, Ashrow Diamond for Willie Mullins. I backed this last time and nearly had a heart attack at odds on because I thought, oh God, Townend's got ridden into trouble, got stuck in a thing. But what impressed me the most is in really tacky ground, they went a dawdle, got stuck on the rail, but once she came out, she absolutely took off and made up about 6 lengths before the last, pulled ahead, idled a bit in the lead, but it was really, really impressive. I think that this Ashrow Diamond has got a lot more to come. Has only had a few runs over hurdles, had very, very good hurdle bumper form last year. And I just think Ashrow Diamond and Willie Mullins, especially with Mears racers and novices, he's had the likes of obviously Quavega over the years. I just think Ashrow Diamond, the favourite's very, very good, but I do think Ashrow Diamond at 4-1. If you're going to put it in a multiple and each way one, I think she's a good pick. And then to the last day in the Fox Hunter Chase, I actually like Winged Leader. Now, the Christie Yard have got the first three in the market, but Winged Leader is kind of the outsider of the three, but I fancy it the most. Came second in the race last year, and I reckon his amateur jockey that day, if he could redo the race, would 100% not have kicked as early as he did. He booted on at the top of the hill, went clear, and eventually was run down in the last 50 yards by Billaway. But performed really well, jumped really well. I just think just went too early and just didn't have enough up the hill at the end. I think that one will be ridden differently this year. And while the favourite they've got has looked the most impressive, Wing Leader still put together a good run of form in points since Cheltenham and under rules. And at 11-2 compared to the favourite at 2-1, the other horse that they've got at 7-2. I just think at 11-2, Wing Leader's kind of been here and done it before. Billaway won it last year. The year before that got placed. In the Fox Hunter, you do get these horses that are laid out and come back for the race. And I just think Winged Leader is one to put in an each way multiple. So to rerun then for a non-favourite, each way lucky 31 in the Mears Hurdle, Epatante at 9-2. In the Boodles, Biker at 7-1. In the Ballymore Hurdle, Hermes Allen currently 3-1. Dawn Run Hurdle, Mears Hurdle, Ashrow Diamond at 4-1. And in the Fox Hunter, Winged Leader at 11-2. As I said, if you did 10p each way, lucky 31, £6.20 on, £1,332.10 back. Stranger things have happened. Check back tomorrow for... I'm going to be posting it a bit later for the day one video, purely because I want to watch the weather, because it's been obviously between snow, rain, wind, everything. I want to wait till the last second on the ground. And also, like the Willie Mullins bingo is already completely underway. So I want to leave it as late as possible so we can see what the ground's going to look like usually, and more importantly, what horses are likely to run where. But good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.